stuff like that, he is a star. So
Yeah,
I hope they get it right.
But when they do it right, they can make. I mean, if you do a comic book movie right, your name gets elevated. It's the way it is.
It is, and I'm like I said, I'm optimistic for it. But looking at the casting and the character, I want that character in there. But the cast, I'm like, I hope it works.
I will say this: if you do a movie right, your name is made. If you do a video game wrong, then they recast you, like they did Peter Dinklage on Destiny. Which, you know what? He turned in a solid C performance in a game that the story was convoluted from the beginning to the end, unless you did a whole bunch of extra research. He did a good C level gig.
I would say this: he played a character who's a robot. I mean, well, a floating ghost of a light, so to speak. A robot. He's not human or nothing like that. So his emotion thing, he has some good funny lines in there. But you only could work with what you're given. Peter Dinklage was given a robot role, and I think, what can you do with that?
It's unfortunate that they didn't find a way of bringing that character more to life. They recast him now. Yeah. Taken King is coming September 15th.
Taken King.
Our exotics, man, are going away. Part of me is like, I have put so much pain on Fools with the Thorn. I have giggled watching as people run away thinking they're actually going to get away, and I snap one more in them as they move on, knowing they're going to die.
The thing is,
it just makes me feel so good.
I really like how Destiny has been evolving itself and changing, but too much change. I mean, could that really be a thing? I mean, we've seen this game evolve so much that after the first 4 months, I hear people online like, oh, people get when they got the game, like, oh, kids these days, they don't even know, because you had that older, experienced players just 4 months into the game where things have changed so much, and now over a year, and we're looking at the future of this series, so much change. I mean, can too much change kill the series? Like you're talking about your exotics going. Change is good, but too much.
You gotta fluff the pill. You gotta get it a little live, because I gotta admit, I mean, I've been grinding the same dailies for almost a year. I got it on day 0. I had it.
Day 0 too.
I've been great.
I still have the Destiny.
I have to pick up one more little triangle, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm literally going to lose my mind. I can't run the Nexus again. I just can't do it. I cannot bring myself to run the Nexus again. I'm so sick of running that strike. And now we're getting some new strikes. They're redoing some stuff. Taking King, I predict going to be off the chain.
Okay.
I'm going to put my prediction out there.
If you say it's going to be off the chain, I mean, that means it's have a very high standard of it.
I think it's going to roll. I also see that the game that you have been trying to get me to try forever and a day, the Training Wheels, Hero of the Storm, is getting a couple new characters, some new maps or some type of silliness.
New characters, new maps. One thing about it,
Still not gonna play it.
See, the thing is, Hero of the Storm, again, like I said, it has the potential to be an amazing game. But the thing is, it came out and it's really great and it's really awesome. But it still has some growing to do. And right now, looking at the new characters, new maps they're adding, and hearing little rumors about what's coming, I think that they're going towards the right direction. I mean, we know that when it released, it was very heavy on Warcraft characters and Starcraft characters. For fans who like Diablo, they were a little left out, and now look like they've been hitting those notes, and they've been listening to the fans and reacting.
I think, considering people are still flooding out of the gates on Warcraft, they got to start doing something. They're down another 10%, but that's a whole nother story we don't even need to touch on. But speaking of games that we don't need to touch, can we make Skylanders go away? Because I have a collection of Skylanders in my house, which is taking up an entire shelf, which I have so much dust on them.
One shelf. One shelf.
You get what I mean. I'm sick of them, and they keep coming in my house. And he plays the game for 3 weeks, and it's the greatest thing ever. And then he's done until the next one comes out. And now they are adding online multiplayer to this thing.
That's one of two killer features for this game. See, that's the thing. This game don't have one killer feature. It's two. If you're a Nintendo fan, and you went ahead and got it for Nintendo Wii U, then you're gonna go ahead and not only have Donkey Kong and Bowser and Skylanders, but online multiplayer, man. This means that now I don't have to wait for my brother to get home and go ahead and play with him. I can go ahead. Do you know what that is? That's your wallet. Your wallet is being destroyed. Because
Right.
not only do you have to buy Skylanders, but now you also have to go ahead and buy Amiibos.
My faith in humanity is gone. Just a little side note.
Can't wait.
You're insane. Some other things I saw. They've got something. The Halo Combat Evolved. They've got some little thing with that where
Oh.
they actually it's
They
survival evolved.
Put what in it? What did they put in it?
They put dinosaurs.
They
in
put
it.
dinosaurs in it. See, does that not show you how awesome dinosaurs? We can't get enough of dinosaurs. Okay, no matter what you put dinosaurs in, it's gonna be awesome. They put mods for Halo Combat Evolved dinosaurs. I mean, wow. Okay, wow.
You can get this thing. It's on the ARC Steam Workshop, and I guess it's coming to Xbox One as well, which no one plays Xbox One, so no one will be able to see it there. But it's 2 levels. It's supposed to be phenomenal. I don't know, but that does bring us to like the elephant in the room in this.
While we're
Jurassic
continuing
Park.
on the dinosaur talk.
Later on, you have a whole. I'm gonna just get out the way and let you do your whole bit on the Jurassic Park thing. But what we do have to acknowledge is Jurassic Park is killing them. Excuse me, Jurassic World is straight killing them in the box office.
It's not even really fair right now. I mean, they're
printing money at this point.
1.5 billion strong and still climbing. I went to the theater literally the other day and saw Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F.
That's why you don't have dates. Go ahead.
And there were people still watching Jurassic World. So, still to this day, people are still going out and seeing it. In my review, I said this. I'm going to say it again right here now. If you have not seen Jurassic World, why? Take the ride. It is an awesome ride. It is a great movie. Must see.
I will say this. I have not seen it yet. Put together anybody, put together something on Facebook, put an invite out. You put together a decent Jurassic Park party. I will show up. We'll tape live.
Too bad you wasn't invited to some of mine, man. I mean, I've seen it like 4 times in 3D, groups of friends.
I never get invited to your parties. Secondly, that never hurts my feelings. Third, and most importantly, your parties scare me.
Yeah, we went everywhere. I have seen that movie across Michigan. I've been to Grand Rapids, seen it. Kalamazoo, seen it. Battle Creek, seen it. I even went to Detroit and seen that movie. It's a good movie. Just watch it.
We'll get to that. You can have your moment on that. We'll hit us on Facebook. Anyway, before we get to that though, we've got another one coming out. Terminator. Let's talk about this, man. Because I don't know where you sit on it. This time traveling as a device, and we see it over and over again. We've seen this tool. What do you think?
I think when you take something as fickle and fragile as time travel, there's so much debate. There's so many ways that this can go wrong. I think they did it right. I mean, there's few times you see that happen rightfully. One of my more favorite time traveling. I mean, there's so many of them. Plot devices that went ahead and help you rejuvenize franchises. The new Star Trek series. We know that that's an alternate timeline, and it makes sense. It makes good plot, and it makes sense for that universe.
Fair enough.
We're talking about a movie franchise that from the very first day was all talking about time travel. So of course, using it to make,
But they've used it repeatedly to cheat the story. They've used it repeatedly to go back and try to rewrite the mistakes they do every time. People complain about the Star Trek because it took basically what they did was they said, "Hey, all you fans that made Star Trek what it has been for decades, here goes what we're gonna do. We're gonna take your stories that you know and love and know every word to. We're gonna put those in the toilet, and then we're gonna cook the flesh blend. But
They all happened.
if we need to, we can always dig in there and pull out little gems every once in a while. No, don't include. But I mean, like Bones, never mind. Why do I even waste the good jokes on you? Why do I even waste the good jokes on you? But at the end, yeah, they left this little dangling thing there. Continue with the poo analysis, or poo, like, never mind. Anyway, but they left it all there so they could go back to it if they wanted to. But they were trying to head off to a new direction, which I'm not saying they didn't do a good job, but to the fans, the long-standing fans, just kind of a little spit in the face, just a little bit. I'm just saying, this Terminator stuff, they have the story is so convoluted at this point. I don't even think they know where they were. It's obvious they had no end game. They had no idea where they were going, why they were going there. You take something like Babylon 5, which is the best sci-fi show of all time. At the end of that show, the J. Michael Straczynski knew exactly where he wanted to end that show at. He knew exactly what he was doing. At the end of that series, you were like, oh, this all wraps back around, and I see exactly from the first episode to the last, it all was angled to here. Whereas the Terminator, they have no clue. It's just, we don't know how to make this work. We don't know how to make more money. We need to print some more money, so we'll redo it. Yeah, no. You're not getting my money for that. No. At some point, we as a society have to stand up and go, no more. I'm not giving you any more of my cash for the same dribble. I refuse.
Nah.
If this didn't cost so much, I'm going to hit you in the head with it.
You gotta remember, they did use it heavy in this movie, and a lot of things, are debatable. Quite a bit. I agree with you on some points, but when you look at the series like this, to me, when I look at it, I'm looking at a series that has so much potential,
that will never be realized.
Because every time they get so close to it, something happened. Poison Point and Case, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Did you see that?
Yes, I
Then
did.
you saw the way that ended. Why was that not a new season? I mean, they brought heroes back. Oh, thank you for bringing heroes back. But bring back Sarah Chronicles. That looked awesome. The ending was there. I was actually hoping that the movie would be there. And I'm like, maybe the way they ended this, maybe it was just their bridge to say, hey, we could go in this direction. I'm hoping they did in multiple directions.
They just want to see you cry. And just like every other fan that still throws the money and goes back a second time to go, they did not just ruin this movie in the trailer. They did not. I must have missed something because they didn't ruin this movie in the trailer. Okay. I know that didn't just happen.
We need to touch base on that. All you trailer director people out there, please don't stop doing that. Why? There is quite a few movies that was completely ruined because of the fact that you're like, wait a second now, the hero, but in the trailer I saw this, and then something's gonna happen. Don't ruin the most greatest part of the movie in the trailer. I mean, how much more exciting that movie would have been if you would have walked in like, wait a minute, your son's a Terminator? But you already saw that in the trailer, so you got to that most critical point, which could have been an amazing point in the movie, but you're like, we already knew this was going to happen. So
yeah, they're not getting any more of my money until they actually act like they want it. You have to act like you want my money. Just like you have to act like you want my love.
Here's the question. Out of the, 5 Terminator movies right now, which one would you say was actually your best, your favorite?
You know what? This is not going to be the most popular because people are going to go, ooh, two is the thing. But
2 was the thing.
I enjoy 1 because that's what my childhood is. That's what my youth is. That's when I looked at Arnold Schwarzenegger and went, that dude's big and he's meaty and he's smashy and that rock, it was fresh and it was a new story. It was a weird concept that they didn't try to make into something more than what it was. They made a great action movie that was fun to watch. And afterwards, yeah, there was things I thought about. There was plot holes. There was like questions, but it didn't detract from the fun I had with the movie. And everyone since then has made me go, wait a minute, what?
See, I love 2. I mean, 2 was great. But, I mean, for me personally, I once again have a more different opinion in this, where you say 1 was awesome. I really liked it 4, Salvation. I mean, when, it was good to me. The way it ended, I was just like, that was a great ending. And they could have ended it any better than that, and they set up for more, and it was good. I liked it number 4, It was awesome. Yes, number 2 was good.
You have more, and I will commend you on your stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, because I'm like, I agree with you. Everybody, when you think about Terminator, like, oh, it's either number 1 or number 2. Everybody's like, number 2, number 2. I'm like, yeah, but number 4 was really great. We actually saw
I love that
the
everyone
fight.
forgets 3.
Well, yeah,
everyone's like, there was no. It went 1, 2, 4.
Good.
There was
3 was good, but it was no 1, 2, and 4. I mean, it was that, like Jurassic. Like I'll talk about my review a little bit. A lot of people didn't like Jurassic Park 3. There was a 3. Yeah, there was a 3. 3 sometimes aren't there. I mean, can we go?
Return of the Jedi.
Okay, hold on. Now we're going to talk about the Jedi. What about Episode 3? Of Star Wars Episode 3.
No, we're not. We're going to talk about 6. There is no 3.
See? Yeah.
There is no 3. There is no. Really, I don't even know if there's 1, 2, or 3. 1 there is because Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was sweet. He's a villain that had like 1 line throughout the whole thing. Yes, master. Like that's it. That's all you're gonna say. That's
he said everything he needed to.